Hello there and welcome to downtown Cranbrook. You're watching Shaw TV and our coverage of the 2017 Sam Steele Days Parade. You're catching the activity over my shoulder and the RCMP kicking things off. 81 entrants are coming this way. They're colorful and they're ready to go. We had a chance to get out in the marshalling area earlier, so I'll tell you a bit more about what's happening. We've got some new Sam Steele sweethearts here and a pretty enthusiastic crew working here today for Shaw TV. What you're seeing right now is the Legion and their color flags coming through right now. Nice round of applause down below here as we get you going. We're actually broadcasting from the corner of 9th Avenue and Baker Street here in downtown Cranbrook. We've got a great view to tell you about all the people that are coming. We've got a pretty good contingent of American entries here today too. So we'll let you know exactly what's happening as we go along here and just getting comfortable. We're right by the clock tower actually downtown. Here's Search and Rescue, and they help us out a lot of times. We're so happy to have them. They were doing an extrication exhibit last evening live, so they were busy last night, or of course during the Sam Steele Festival. Thank you to all the sponsors you can see on the side, and there's sirens going off here. And they've got some neat little ATVs with some little guys inside too, so they make up a part of the contingent here as well. These machines will be active often when they're been asked to be called out. And of course, they cover a very large area too. It's not just Cranbrook, and oftentimes search and rescue groups help each other out. It's not that easy to become a member. I know there's only a couple of times a year where they allow you to, and I believe they only take so many. But thank you for all you do, search and rescue, and for being a part of our Sam Steele Days parade today. If you've watched in other years, you've probably noticed the parade going in the other direction, and you'd be absolutely correct on that too. We're working it the other way this time, and I think it worked okay. We'll have, of course, be able to examining that over time as well. Well, as you're looking down at street level, you're going to see the Grimace and you're going to see McDonald's coming into your camera right now. Yeah, Dave Kaiser and Cranbrook McDonald's and Fernie as well. I was a part of McHappy Days, so I know the good work that they do, and they're part of a lot of charities too, including a charity basketball game they have each year as well. High fives on the side of the street. The kids get the candy and they get some bubbles from McDonald's as well. Well, as you're seeing rolling up right now, we've got an antique car. These would be Cranbrook Fire Department antique vehicles. It's just wonderful they keep these going. I don't know who the mechanics are, but we've got to talk to them. But just to keep those rolling, and you know what? They're not clunking along either. They're in great shape here today. They're giving you a wave on camera. And you're seeing the second one, which would probably be a long ladder truck, I would think, or at least the ladders that they could pull out real quick before they had the automation to get you up high if there was a fire. Thank you, Cranbrook Fire Department. And just mentioning that, you see coming up the new ladder. There you go. So we go from the old ladders that you'd pull out as quickly as you could to that one you see right there. I would think that must be a 3- or 4-story ladder, and trying to think of the highest building in Cranbrook. But anyways, that'll do what it has to do in this area for sure. And we get away from them. Thank you, Cranbrook Fire Department. And of course, Fire and Rescue, as we heard here just a while ago with our search and rescue team. They're back and forth together a lot of times. And of course, oftentimes, fire personnel get called out for health issues as well. So thank you for what you do for health and helping us at all times. The Tender 1516 machine coming up in your vantage point right now with some more kids. Very good. Yeah, we were just talking earlier about the fact that we're working the parade the other direction today. A lot of the marshalling was going on in front of Cranbrook Memorial Arena. And of course, we've got all our soccer pitches going, so it was a pretty lively place when they got things going first thing this morning as we continue here for our Shaw TV coverage. You're seeing rolling up close here the BC Wildlife Service, and in particular, the Cranbrook Wildlife Service, which is, of course, part of the provincial body. They've got some balloons, and they've got a pipe band coming up behind them, which you can maybe hear already. Lots of color already. If you're just catching this early on our Shaw TV broadcast of the Sam Steele Days Parade for 2017. We've got almost perfect conditions. I mean, you don't want it too hot, and you don't want it too cold. Okay, let's take you down to street level and catch the fine sounds of the Kimberley Pipe Band. Well, I got to tell you, there's a lot of pride goes into that Kimberley Pipe Band, too. When you go 90 years and their tattoo coming up this year, they'll be at the Kimberley Medieval Festival and a whole bunch of others, and they add so much. Sophie Pierre, hello, Sophie. My goodness, what a history she has in this area. Our honorary parade marshal and our friends of the Tanaha Nation, of course, are doing a whole lot on Sam Steele Days. A 3-hour presentation to the Tanaha Nation government building. As you're seeing moving up here, you'll be seeing a nice contingent here because the bands of the Tanaha Nation are all represented. It was nice being on site earlier today. I want to say hi to Wayne Louie if he's out there. He carved a beautiful, beautiful canoe, which you're going to see in just a little bit. In colors, thank you so much. With so much pride from our Tanaha Nation here today. Very strong contingent. I know because I was up trying to get, information, meet some of the people that are going to be in the parade before we get going. And I know that they were out very, very early today, setting up long before the parade got going. Traditional dancing? Absolutely. Teepees in color. There's that canoe that we were talking about that just going by, carved by Wayne Louie from the Lower Kootenay Band. And of course, the natural follow-up from St. Eugene's Golf Resort and Casino. There's so many great events there. I'll be out there in September because we've got the Kootenay Fondo, and of course we just had the Kootenay Kids Fondo. Well done with the Canadian flags and our Canada 150. And a couple of the golf carts too. Hey, listen, we've got some sound coming all the way from Whitefish, Montana. We're going to put them right in view right now. These guys had the Yetis here last year. They've got the royalty. Let's take you down to street level and catch up with Whitefish, Montana. Welcome to Cranbrook. Excellent, and again, thank you to our American contingent for doing what they're doing here today, too. Fantastic. Well, of course, politicians and parades, and there's our Member of Parliament, Wayne Stetsky. You'll be seeing him a lot through this time and special events as well. Yeah, back and forth to Ottawa, doing his thing here today as well. In fact, Wayne is walking. His vehicle is right beside him, and you're getting a shot of the vehicle and Wayne handing out candy right now. Yeah, meeting people out here today. Following up with the BC Ambassador, which is kind of nice, and we welcome the BC Ambassador program. Had their pageant in Merritt last year, and I know that they shift that around a little bit. It's all about good things for young people, which has very much the same, does the exact same thing as our Sam Steele program, which has been going on for 50-some years too. Welcome to the BC Ambassadors for coming on here today. Followed by the city of Cranbrook. We started our parade at 21 degrees if you're catching it on the playback here. It was just gorgeous. We had some broken cloud and it was just perfect here today, which is exactly what we were hoping for. Trying to see if we've got Lee Pratt. He's right there. Yeah, Lee Pratt is sitting up here today. And followed by the Citizen of the Year. Here we're talking about Sam Steele Pride and helping with that ambassador program. That would be Karen Penner. And if she was closer, we'd be chatting with her a little bit today too. Thank you for all you do, Karen. Good to see her. I met Karen years ago. Well, Don't have to tell you much about the Kootenai Ice. We've got new owners, and they're getting comfortable in town. And boy, they're making a presence. I'll tell you, they've had a lot of events, both meeting business and others. So they've got the ice chant going. Let you hear that loud and clear here, real quick, like. Yeah, Canadian flags with a Canada 150. And some of the local people and those that have come in with the ice group going to shake things up and make things happen this year. Absolutely. Welcome to Cranbrook. This is Ice Country. You're watching the 2017 Sam Steele Days Parade on Shaw Television. You're looking at the Gymnastics Club right now, and Key City Gymnastics, they put a couple of competitors in the Western Canadas this year. They were down in Brandon, Manitoba. Do you know how many members? 400 plus. And they just had their year-end showcase over at Western Financial Place. Not that I should have been all that surprised. I went to cover it. I thought, holy, what a show. They're up in the industrial area of Cranbrook, and they had to move everything over just to be able to do that show. Yeah, run and kick. Man, oh, man. Nice job, Key City Gymnastics. Very good. And yes, you can run and kick. You're going to see the Women's Center coming up here right away, too, the Cranbrook Women's Resource Center. Walk a mile in her shoes. Now, they're supposed to be 40, and they're pretty darn close. We got to chat with a couple of these guys. That's a long way to walk in high heel shoes. It's a fun thing to do, but they try and help ladies that are in tough situations, and that's what it's all about. So it is an awareness campaign. There's a serious side, but a fun way to promote and get the message out. Thank you, Cranbrook Women's Resource Center. I think we're going to see from Walk a Mile in Our Shoes, and I see that Alpine Toyota is a part of that one. Thank you for being in this one as well today. Very good. Silver City Days and Trail. You're going to be seeing the trail float come into play here today. Very proud heritage there as well. Columbia River floats on through. Nice place to be. Thank you for coming over from the West Kootenai here today. Yeah, Silver City Days, they put a lot of energy in that one as well. And their royalty was just crowned here not that long ago. Welcome from the West Kootenai to the East Kootenai from the West. There we go. We've got it together today. Our Cranbrook Army Cadets are coming in view. They're following up from the trail float, and they're ambassadors here today. Our Army Cadets, boy, what a year. They've fundraised for 2 whole years to get to go to Vimy Ridge. And some that you're seeing on camera made that trip to France and Belgium. Although it was a trip that they very much enjoyed, they studied, and they had to. You think about how many years ago that was. They had to learn quite a bit before they went. Thank you to your commitment and to those that help out with our Army Cadets. Wausau and District 4-H, they were just out at Wycliffe with the other 4-H clubs, and of course they have their annual sale every year. So they have to groom all their animals, and that takes a lot of commitment. Yeah, thank you. Kids helping kids it is. And you're going to see a whole lot more from 4-H. Yeah, there's South Country Club, there's Cranbrook, there's Wausau. There could even be a couple of more. They're giving out some information. You're seeing some of their projects, and those projects are animals that they take care of. They are judged on that. They're judged on speaking. They do a great job. Congratulations to the effort they've put in for this one here today, and to all the 4-H members that do what they do all the time. You're probably seeing right behind the 4-H club here one of the members of the RCMP Bike Patrol here in Cranbrook, and they're a little bit more visible out there and will be this summer as we get the RCMP rolling up here right now with the ATV in the back. Very good. They started off our parade, and of course they're also smack dab in the middle. They're busy through any festival, of course, but again, you'll be hearing more about the Bike Patrol, and I see the second bike right now. Good way to get around. Yours truly bikes every day to work and back. That's the way it works. And I see we've got a bear in red serge here today as well, and the rescue vehicle in the back. Yeah. On the water rescue, that'll do. Coeur d'Alene, welcome up from Idaho here today. Yeah, our second entry, Whitefish already went by. You were just catching up with us. And welcome from Coeur d'Alene. They've got a few pirates. Yeah, they said we're going to bring a pirate ship up here today, and that's exactly what they've done. Okay. Celtic pirates, that's what that would be. Thank you, Coeur d'Alene Chamber of Commerce, and welcome up from Idaho here today. You're going to see the Rockies Rowing Club coming up here now. They train when they can. I know that they let people have a shot at it every once in a while. In other words, if you want to try rowing, you can meet them. They have special times where they'll let you go and try rowing. That way you don't want to go spend a bunch of money and buy a bunch of equipment. You can find whatever you like the sport, and they would love to have you. Rockies Rowing Club. Welcome to our Sam Steele parade here today. Very good. Got to get my boats right. I think those are outriggers. One piece would be anyways. We're hoping on that one. Thank you. The Anadil Belly Dance Troupe will be coming into play here right now. You can see them identified on the front of their vehicle here today. Yeah. Belly dancing, they can pick this one up at any age. And when you've got to walk through a parade and belly dance all the way through, yeah, you know you're putting in a workout. Very good. Thank you, Anna Jill Belly Dance Troupe, for popping on out here today. Thank you, Mamie, for putting everything together. Adding some more color to our parade here today. Yeah, sun shining down, which is just about right here. Got a great view from beside the clock tower here today. Our Shaw Television coverage in the sky. The corner of 9th and Baker, right in the heart of this beautiful city. Nice place to be. I see we've got the Kamloops ambassadors coming here today. Thank you for coming down from the Thompson. Very good. I think Kamloops, like a lot of areas, dealing with flooding, so for people that are trying to work at that and trying to help their community, there's a lot going on. I hope you can hear the bells from the clock tower. I find it comforting. Working out nicely with our parade here today. Thank you. That means we're right on time for the Kootenay Christian Academy today. They're preschool to grade 10, as you can probably tell if you're looking down there today. Yes. They put in a nice effort too. They've got a pretty good looking float. Color from the back and what looks to be or appears to be a tree fort to me. Maybe has a bit more significance, or maybe it's a small Ark of Noah. Yeah, I would think it's probably a small Noah's Ark. Kootenay Christian Academy, thank you for your contribution to the parade here today. Very good. We'll get some sound from the street here in just a moment too, as we look to the city of Cranbrook and their play program. You'll see kids in a tree and a fun setting there too. Yeah, Summer in the Park is something they do every year, and that's what they want to advertise a little bit in the parade and get out to us today as well. Good luck with that program too for the rest of the year. They've even supplied some bubbles today. Kootenay Life Cycle with Spring Honda here today, in and out of their vehicle because they're displaying some of the machines to get you in good shape. Absolutely. Going to do some spinning on the street, spinning on the bikes here. Thank you, Spring Honda and Kootenay Life Cycle. Well, the city of Penticton is here. What can I say? I lived there for just about 27 years. Welcome, ladies. And boy, they've had a year or two. They've been lakes have been flooding on both sides there. They've got the other side of their contingent down in Washington State today. Hey, here's the old Fernie fire truck. You saw the one from Cranbrook. Hey, thank you for bringing that one down today. Sunrise Rotary, they're busy right now. They're selling bike racks in town. If you want to get your business on a bike rack, you can do that. Absolutely. And you only pay once. That's what's kind of neat about that one. Thank you, Sunrise Rotary, and we'll be catching up with them really soon as well. Thank you, Cranbrook Ministerial, for popping on by here as well. We'll see them in a bit after we quickly tell you about the Kootenay Rockies Grand Fondo, and that'll be coming up in September out at St. Eugene's. Very good. The Northwest Mounted Police, I spoke with them this morning. Some of the contingent, in fact, the musical instruments, most are from Calgary today. I was talking with Doug, letting us know what they were doing. They're going to have this exhibit in a few different parades. I think they're targeting 7. Northwest Mounted Police Commemorative Association. What they do is bring history to life. Very good. And play the instruments for you today. The churches of Cranbrook welcome you. Cranbrook Ministerial coming into view. Some flags of welcome for you here today. A little guy driving a Jeep. Kind of, sort of. His mom's helping him out a little bit. Thank you. It is a Canada 150 year. You're seeing a lot of red and white here today. We were mentioning that. And there they are. Coming up, Summit 107. They're decorated up too. They just got back from, they've done a couple of parades. They were in Sparwood just before this one for Coal Miner Days. In full staff here today, or as many as they could get out there. They're giving away some Frisbees. They open up to be Frisbees. And you're seeing the announcing staff and the news staff on the street here today. Thank you so much, Summit 107. And this year, Summit is giving away a car. Absolutely. They're giving away a Miata, and you're seeing that one right now, too. And you're going to see a couple of boots on the back, right? And they've got the Canada sunglasses on, too. Thank you, Summit 107 and the Summer Cruiser. Home Depot. Hammer in hand. Canada waving flag there today, too. They're donating to the Kids Workshop. And a chance to win the barbecue, so what you're seeing on the float, you have a chance to maybe win, and you can cook up something good if you haven't for a little while. Thank you, Home Depot, and for bringing out your little lawn tractor, too. Just in case cleanup's needed on the street, you see. I want to welcome the Castlegar ambassadors here today. Their neighbors from Trail just went by talking about Silver City Days. Yeah, thank you, Castlegar. Popping over here. They've got a country music fest over there this year, and they've had lots happening, too. I see we're going to see the 39 Engineer Squadron Armed Forces here today. Thank you, Robert Fines, for getting this together today. Always mentioning the fact that they're now hiring. And for some people, that can be a pretty good future, too, for education. And the horn works. Thank you, 39 Engineer Squadron Armed Forces, for making the trip here today. Thank you, District of Elkford. Well, this is interesting. The East Kootenay Chamber of Mines. You're seeing them coming into the camera right now. And up in Kimberley, just a few days actually before this parade went off, they had the regional and provincial mine rescue and first aid competition. And they'll be doing it again in Fernie, so they just kind of keep moving it up a level. Really interesting to watch. Tip of the hat to everybody with East Kootenay Chamber of Mines. Nice exhibit here today, too. They're followed by the town of Creston Float. And of course, their annual festival is Blossom Fest. Different things happening in Creston. Now they've got wineries in that valley. And yeah, cherry time, really. Or cherry time pretty soon anyway when you're watching this parade. Mayor Ron Toyota, he's given many years there. Ron's on the back. Saying hi here today. Creston Valley growing together. Right. Well, the 552 Key City Air Cadets, they've been busy too. We were talking about our Army cadets going to France. They've had the Air Cadets have had their air familiarization time out of the airport, and they just had their year-end dinner here the other evening. They've had a busy year too. Compliments to their work and commitment to what they do. Their review ceremony, that's what I was looking for. This is CDART, and CDART is the Canadian Disaster Animal Relief Team. And they're very active in this area too. In case there's a fire or emergency, they go out and do the rescue. Welcome Osoyoos. They call it Destination Osoyoos. That's the hot place to be in Canada for sure, right on the border with Washington State. Thanks for coming in. Say hi to Tom Shields for us too when you see him. Very good. The old rock and roll mare. Thank you, Osoyoos. We're going to take you down to street level and catch some of the sound from Connect Church. Spirited entry with Connect Church. Very good. And I see coming soon to Kimberley too. They have bands playing all the time there. How about the Cranbrook Public Library? They were out serving the kickoff luncheon just a couple days before this parade got going. Very good. Love the big book. When I'm cycling by, I always think that's pretty neat. They've got a book on the lawn. Kootenai Dance Academy, very good. Kootenai Dance, and these guys are active. That's a nice float too. Yeah, the Upper Columbia Navigation Tramway Company, very good. Yeah, I like the steering wheel too. And the nice Canada colors. Looks good, everybody. Kootenai Dance Academy, thank you. Little guys, little people in red serge too here today, and Canadian flags, hockey sticks. That makes it all Canada too. We even have some lumberjacks. Thank you. You're watching the 2017 Sam Steele Parade from the corner of 9th and Baker Street here on Shaw. Thank you for the opportunity here today too. More of the Canada colors and the College of the Rockies coming into view here today with the little car. Very good. Very good. Of course, the College of the Rockies offers many, many courses, but here they're focused on the driving school. Very good. Like many of the trades, they're always looking for more people, so if you want to learn to drive the professional way, you can pop up and check out the College of the Rockies Driving School. They'll get you in there, probably starting up in September like most of the courses, so you've got a little bit of time to think about it. Very good. COTR.ca driving-school. Thank you. Royal LePage, clapping, moving. Black truck leads the way here today. Thank you. And it's one big birthday cake in the middle, or so it appears to me anyway. we're hoping that's a birthday cake here today. Gotta be. Sure, 150. Nice colors on this one, and some makeshift horses as well. There's a lot of people in this parade this year, no doubt about it. It's nice when you can get your staffs involved, the organizations and staffs. It's a lot of pride, and the truth is, it's a good show for the community. Many times you go through the year and you're in your routine and you don't get to see what everybody else is doing in your community. Or sometimes you see somebody and you say, I didn't know they belong to that organization. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, we're in the parade today. Chicken dance in the background too for us here today. Pacific Coastal Airlines, they're here today as well. Thank you so much. Service out of the Canadian Rockies International Airport. Very good. As many flights as they can put into this area. We appreciate it. Very good. They're giving out some candy today too. Thank you, Pacific Coastal. Well, the Hospital Employees Union are well represented here today. Very colorful with the blue and white balloons. They got the hay bales and the Sam Steele theme, and boy, you're going to like what's coming behind them too. And I know who's looking at that hay today. Boy, Tom Shapitka, he's got a ride with a bunch of Clydesdales pulling him here today. Gosh, they're lovely. How much do you have to groom these? They're such lovely horses done up here today. We started our parade at 19 degrees, and it was almost perfect for them, too. We're talking about getting too hot or too cold for a parade. We just have it ideal here today. We're going to let the people have a good look at this one, and, of course, everybody gets their cameras out to get a shot of that. 8 horses. Thank you so very much. MLA Kootenai East Tom Shapitka, and, of course, he's just getting comfortable in his new digs. And there's been lots happening with BC politics this year, too. Yeah, that's a nice clickety-clack of those horses. Thanks so very much, McGibbon family, Cranbrook, BC, and Carlaw Clydes. Just love those horses. Fort Steele, we took a little trip out there with the Shaw TV cameras to talk about this dinosaur exhibit. You'll be seeing that sometime in September. Very good. Yeah, go prehistoric this fall. They've got a lot of good things happening. We talked to Caitlin out there. Thank you, Caitlin. Fun having you on. She's an opera singer, and they've got some more horses behind. These are lovely horses, too. Thank you for the good effort put in here. We've got some armed bandits here out there as well today, and I'm not talking about the baseball team. Actually, they're the protectors of Fort Steele. Thank you. We're going to get some more horses, and these are courtesy of Fort Steele as well. Yeah, the big barrels in the back, too. Lovely restoration. Love the antiques today. Fort Steele Heritage Town. More on horses, more in uniform, too, of the time period. First Nations pride here today, and I want to thank the Tanaha Nation again, because as the parade was going on, they were setting up for 3 hours. Our First Nations bands all represented from this area today. A float that started early. Horse in the parade. Maverick Riding Club here today as well. The Maverick Riding Club get very active. They're doing a bunch of different events. I want to say this right, but they have events where they herd cattle now, and it's competitive with time. You're going to see some of the little horses here too today. Some of what they do. Maverick Riding Club. I would think they teach you to ride too if you went and asked somebody from there if you ever wanted to ride a horse, wanted to give it a try, you could do that too. Thank you. You have to have horses in the Sam Steele parade too. Absolutely. That's another one of our 4-H groups going by. I was mentioning the fact, I think we have a total of 4, and that's a follow-up, of course, from their show and sale out at the Wycliffe Exhibition Grounds. They do that every year, and that's the one they target for. Of course, that's when they get their projects going we were talking about earlier. Very good. Well, we've got a character on the street, and that would be the Aaron's fun dog, I guess. There he goes. Everybody's a lucky dog at Aaron's. Okay, he's the lucky dog. That's who he is today. He's got a long walk too. Very good. We're going to talk about clean teeth here in just a little bit. Talk about toothpaste and get it out there the right way, okay? So these would be tooth fairies. And make sure that you're brushing and flossing every day. We've got some big pieces of floss and just some reminder here from Symmetry Dental. Aha. Canada 150 colors, tooth fairies, red and white. Yeah, we've got it all. Thank you for your entry. Now, there's no way they're going to be giving out candy. They're giving out toothbrushes. And I think a little small toothpaste. Good. Thank you. Car Star Cranbrook, signal collision. Spinning on the front. Big 4-wheel machine on the back here today. Thank you, Car Star. They're Canada 150 bogging. That's exactly what they're going to be doing. They've got the right vehicle for it. We're going to see Rose's birthday barge here. And Canada 150. And a happy 60th to a very special lady. And I wish we could have talked to her earlier. Thank you so very much. Like the colors and the live music on the back here today. Yeah, we had Connect Church with some live music, and these guys too. He's acoustic. Thank you, property guys, with the top hats, the Canada top hats here from our perfect vantage point at 9th and Baker Street, downtown Cranbrook, 2017 Sam Steele Parade. This would be the Big T from Cranbrook Kia. You'll hear about him and see him this time. Cranbrook Kia with a couple of vehicles and a big old mustache. There's a mustache on Big T and there's a mustache on the cars for you too. They got it all flavored up just in time, and a couple of big eyes watching in the back here today too. Thank you so much, Kia. Very good. Here comes Spice Hut. If you haven't had Indian food, Indo-Canadian sometimes, if you can do it that way too. Authentic East Indian cuisine. And as you can see, you can dine in or take out. And there's some goodies coming from them too here today. Lots of them. Very good. Thank you, Spice Hut, the old Cranbrook Mall building. Métis employment and training, and there's the Métis flags. Some traditional Métis dancing on the street here today. Wonderful to have you on board. Very good. Celebrating the past and investing in our future. Thank you, Métis Employment and Training, for being a part of our parade here today as well. Well, the United Church welcomes you as well here today. Thank you for coming down and with the red and white colors here. I believe that's one of the older churches in Cranbrook. I was hearing about some of the history of that church. Well, not too far from where we're standing right now, our friends from Pattison Broadcasting. 102.9 The Drive doing their thing here today. They've been promoting hard, and we know that because we've been following them around as well. The Jim Pattison Broadcast Group, they came in here back in the early 1990s. Very good. Thank you, 102.9. Remax and Blue Sky Realty. They've got candy, and they've got a pretty friendly little house on the back of their vehicle here today. They're pulling. We've got some lacrosse players with them at the same time. Very good. Compliments to you, Russ Shepard, and what you do, and all your group with the Cranbrook Lacrosse Association. Aha. And this is very effective. Simple. Food truck. Fresh, local, meals for everybody. Thank you, food truck. Abreast in the Rockies, they have to train. These are the dragon boat racers. And yeah, they train where they can. They're at Wausau Lake at times. I met them a long time ago at the Provincial Dragon Boat Racing Festival on Skaha Lake. Very good. Okay, there's a true dragon. There you go. You know it's dragon boaters at the same time, and they're going to row for you right now. So thank you, Abreast in the Rockies. Most of the people that compete all have a story to tell too. Great competition. Now, if I've got this right, there's 22 rowers. I've done this before. I've rowed before. And of course, the drummer is the one that keeps the pace. You're seeing right there. Thank you. Good travels too. A nice pink guitar on the street too. Abreast in the Rockies. Good to have you here. Reduce, reuse, recycle. We hear a lot about that. The Regional District of the East Kootenay, Laurie Duchek talks to us about that every once in a while, trying to get everybody in the flow of doing that right too. Yeah, recycling. Well, thank you, Dairy Queen In Between on that one. They're giving out some goodies too with their fan food here today. This is kind of a neat one. Nice entry in the parade. Kimberley Alpine Resort. They had this in the Christmas parade too. They've got a ski lift that works its way down the street, and you're seeing it right now. Thank you so much, Kimberley and the Alpine ski team and all you've got going on up the road. July Fest, which of course always follows up after Sam Steele days. Mayor Don McCormick was talking about trying to keep floats together. They're a lot of work, and every time you go in a parade, you know, it's just a little more wear and tear on them. So they keep it together in Kimberly. Oh, chairlifts on each side. Thank you. Yeah, double the fun with 2 chairlifts from the Kimberly Alpine team. Well, that horn's from our friends at Salvador Ready Mix Concrete. Aha. They've got the Canada colors on the cement mixer spinning here today. Looks good. And the big old mustache, like that. They sponsor a lot of the events here too. Thank you, Salvador Ready Mix. Yes, including Sunday in the Park. Very good. That's a lot of Canadian flags. I'll try and count them really quick. No, I won't, because we won't get through it all. Thank you so much, Salvador, for your spirited entry in the Sam Steele parade here today. Like that. Well, here's the Cranbrook Violin Club. That would be Kim Lutz. Nice little feature on national radio, I heard. I appreciate that. I think we can hear them. We'll give you a listen to the Violin Club. Hey, nice violin sound. Again, thank you, Cranbrook Violin Club. Arc Mountain Center, their new one's in town, very good. Up around Moore Athletic Park. And they're talking about their summer camps here today. You can go and climb, get in really good shape. Now that girl's hanging there. 2 of them are. Hey, there you go. You got a climbing board right on the street. They change them all the time too. That'll get you in shape real quick. Thank you, Arc Mountain Center. Hyundai, Cranbrook Hyundai. Are the Canada colors, kids in the back, white balloons, red color. Thank you so much, Cranbrook Hyundai and Volkswagen. The Inner Roar Yoga group here today. You can't stop and do yoga in the street, but you can put them in a car. Yeah, be true to yourself and try yoga. Gets you all stretched out real nicely. Hey, just met the owner of this, Just Liquid Sports. Rob, what a great job you do, both at your store and really creating a culture in this area. He's put his heart into this one, recently moved. And of course, he's in his new location on the Strip now. He had to move. He's got a lot of product. Rob, good luck to you. Thank you for being a part of the parade. Just Liquid Sports. Well, there's a great effort going on in the community right now, trying to keep interest and get more into this band. Thank you for those hanging in there and making this happen. A long-time tradition. Let's hear the Cranbrook Bugle Band. Thank you, Cranbrook Bugle Band. Retired royalty, Jelena Jensen. Thank you so much for the job you've done. Yeah, a lot of effort goes into 1 year. These ladies represented our community quite nicely. Thank you so very much. There's a wave to the cameras for you here today. We're going to introduce you to the new royalty as well here today. They'll be coming into your screen here momentarily. And our City of Cranbrook float, which they've been working on very, very hard. You'll get a good look at the Mountie out front. You'll also see those involved with the Sam Steele Ambassador Program. And a warm welcome to our Sam Steele sweetheart, Abby McWhirter. Congratulations to you. Princess Jasmine Bolak, congratulations to you. And to all the ladies that put in so much time, the 6 months it takes to put it all together. From the corner of 9th and Baker Street, what an excellent parade it was today. Thank you so very much again to all the people that put this together every year. And that's our wrap from the 2017 Sam Steele Days Parade.